All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, Greenwood Stock Trading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, man. Heard the Seahawks are willing to trade Russell Wilson. They listen to offers, but first, Big Ben Roethlisberger signs back with the Steelers for the 2021 NFL season. Let's talk about that. Check out our NFL playlist. Hit that subscribe button, the like, comment button, share the video. And it says, according to ESPN, Ben Roethlisberger is officially back in Pittsburgh Steelers for the 2021 season. The team announced Thursday. The Steelers did not disclose the terms, but a source told ESPN, Adam Schefter, that Roethlisberger was willing to reduce his pay to $14 million from $19 million in the final year of his contract. Spread the cash payment to 2022. The move lowers the team's salary cap hit by more than $15 million. It's a great honor to be a Pittsburgh Steelers and give my all for this organization, Roethlisberger said in a statement issued by the team. I'm grateful to be at this stage of my career and more than happy to adjust to my contract in a way that best helps the team address other players who are so vital to our success. I love this game and love to compete, and I believe in the team and my ability to deliver when called upon. It's all stars with great preparation, and I'm ready to go. We're excited. We are able to come to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're excited we were able to come to agreement with Ben on a new contract for him to return with the Steelers in 21. General Manager Kevin Colbert said in a statement, "We know that Ben can still play at a high level and do special things for the team. Our goal remains the same, to put together a roster that will compete for another championship. We are happy that Ben will be our leader and help us accomplish that goal." Roethlisberger, who turned 39 earlier this week, threw 33 touchdowns and 10 interceptions last season. His first after major elbow season ending injury in week 2 of 2019. He attempted 608 passes in 2020, tied for the second most total of his career, and maintained through the season that his elbow felt fine and wasn't affecting the on-field performance, though dismissal howls against the Cincinnati Bengals, Indianapolis Colts, and Cleveland Browns suggest otherwise. But hey, it is what it is. He didn't have a bad season. They kind of fell apart last season. People forget they lost Devin Bush in the middle linebacker position. They had some injuries, and obviously Juju Smith-Jr. wasn't able to step up without Antonio Brown and put it all together. So that did happen, and they ain't been able to run the ball like Steeler football, okay? And he shouldn't have to go out there. He had the second most attempts coming off for surgery, all right? That's common sense. Steeler football is great defense and a tremendous tremendous running game, and they just need to do a good job. And now with Pouncey retiring, they got to find a way to run the football, and they didn't want to run the football. They passed the ball entirely too much last year. They kept trying to go down the field. They didn't try to compensate lack of running game with, stretching, going, east to west, or quick screen game, or, running back and tight end screens. They didn't try that. The Pittsburgh Steelers tried to go the greatest show on grass, and it didn't work, okay? And my issue with them is they didn't run the ball. They didn't attempt to run the ball. They didn't get into a rhythm to run the ball. And what they need is to find, the number one thing in the draft is to find offensive linemen that's with the shits, that love to be road graders, that love to physically abuse people. And they got to find an offensive coordinator that did the same. Now, I remember, was it Stephen A. Smith that brought it? No, it was Shannon Sharp, who said Mike Tomlin hadn't hired a black coordinator, okay? My problem ain't with that. It's simply that he ain't hired the right coordinator that's going to come in and run the ball. The Steelers ain't a finesse team. When they at the top, they smash my football, okay? And they got to find a way to run the football down people's throats. And if they don't find a way to run the football down people's throats, it's going to be the same shit it was last year, with the losing side. And they got too comfortable. They won 11 straight games, playing, finesse football. They need to get physical, And if they don't get physical, it is what it is, okay? We know what the, scenario going to be. But it says that this Russell Wilson story is starting to get really interesting. I'm reading from NBC Sports. After the drama began to unfold last week, a report came out Wednesday that the Seahawks were unhappy with how Wilson's unhappiness was laid out so publicly. Now ESPN Diana Rossini reports that not only have the Seahawks started to answer teams' call about their disgruntled quarterback, disclaimer, there's some new NSF language following in the video. I tried to watch the video, and basically they said that Seattle is shopping Russell Wilson. Diana Rossini was on Pat McAfee's great and big and massive YouTube channel. I know there's been calls on both sides. Rossini said on the Pat McAfee show Thursday from Seattle and to other teams, and when McAfee heard that, he was like, oh, I can't believe it, they're shopping Russell Wilson. And basically, we know when Russell Wilson asked for that trade to get out, that he wanted out. You know, these are the 4 teams I would go to, and I think he has a no trade clause in at the point. If you watch their football games, you know exactly why Russell Wilson wants out. You know, they don't run the football. You know, they don't invest in offensive linemen. If they do, they're going to get some old beat-up offensive linemen to play left tackle. You know, they pass happy. They fired the offensive coordinator. I guess that wasn't enough. You know, and he refused to run the fucking rock. That's what it boiled down to. He refuses to run the rock. And when they pass so much, especially when you do deep passes and you ain't supplementing the running game with short passes and screens, Russell Wilson was taking a beating. And it's been like that even you know, when they was winning championships and competing for Super Bowls. You know, Marshawn Lynch was the big thing to cover up their deficiency to protect Russell Wilson. And now he dropping back a lot of times. He getting beat up even when he complete those great throws to Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and whatever. And you look at the teams he want to go to, Dallas, Las Vegas Raiders, who else he said, the New York Jets, Chicago Bears, I think it was like 5 teams. It was the Raiders, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Jets, whoever it was. The big issue with a lot of those teams he added, the Bears don't have a quarterback to give, and they don't have a high draft pick to give back. Okay? You go look at the Cowboys, they got a draft pick to give, and they got a quality quarterback to give back. They can sign them to another franchise deal and flip them over there, okay? Look at the Jets, they got a high pick to give. They got a quarterback to give, okay? So really, when you boil it down, it's probably going to be the Jets. You know, you look at the Raiders, they got a quarterback to give who they want to re-sign, I heard, but they're looking at Russell Wilson, and they probably going to have to give up multiple draft picks. And did you know the Raiders have not gave a first round? I think they said since 2008 they haven't don't quote me on that. 2008 they haven't re-signed a first round pick to a second contract. So, you know, Miami should jump in there. They can give a pick and still have a high bid. You know, Miami can really jump in there because they got Tua, and you know, they got Tua. You know, they got Tua. You know, they got a pick. They got a couple high picks. They got a number 3 pick from there. So he wants to play for the Cowboys, the Saints, the Bears. You know, and I heard the Jets was in there too. I don't know, but the Jets got a good play. But you look at these teams, New Orleans got $69 million in debt, right? But if they add a game, they'd be I would try to clear that debt, and I would trade the next 3 first-round picks, and whoever they wanted. I think Marshawn Lattimore would be part of that because I think got a contract coming up. You know, I would trade whatever, and they ready to win right now. You plug Russell Wilson in that situation, they ready to win. I think the mayor did a video or did a press release saying that she wanted Russell Wilson, you know, to come to New Orleans. So I think New Orleans will be the slam dunk fit. You know, they got Jameis, they got Taysom Hill to give back. Marshawn Lattimore, maybe they don't want to pay him so much. I mean, they got to find a way to clear that debt. They got the most debt in the league, you know, because the cap didn't go up. They got $70 million. But they can find a way to give Russell Wilson and keep a lot of those pieces. You know, maybe they flip Michael Thomas, you know, clear some of that debt, you know, and draft him. But shit, if they can find a way, dude, if they can find a way to give Russell Wilson, it's over with. Then you look at Chicago, they're ready to win right now. But if they don't bring back Allen Robinson, you know, and they don't run the ball with David Montgomery, you know, they don't got the line of protecting either. What it boiled down to is the Raiders and the Saints got the best. Without talking about picks, they got the best fits for them. Because I think the Raiders with a receiver, a couple picks, good picks, they'd be the one. But hey, let me know what you guys think about Ben coming back in Steelers. I know it's a lot of Steelers fans in the comment sections and subs. And we can talk about Russell Wilson and the Seahawks shopping Russell Wilson. So let me know what you guys think. Check out the NFL playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, query, response, video requests. All my social media links in the description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Goodfellas Sports TV. We go.